this is your brain, and this is your brain trying to figure out which eggs to buy for your family. Caged, cage-free, pasture-raised, free-range. Oh boy, almost got in my eye. It's confusing, it's scrambling our brains. So watch this video to get a short description on each of the kinds of eggs, figure out which is the best for you to buy for yourself and your family, and wait till the very end and you're going to get my 2 favorite sources of excellent eggs. This was definitely a better idea in my head. So here we go. The first egg we're going to talk about is the classic caged egg. Now, here's the scary thing. Those hens are in a 67 square inch cage their entire life. They never see the outside. They also are fed normally different corn and soy and GMO type of feed and products. So they're also given a bunch of antibiotics. And so you have just like all of this bad stuff into one hen and therefore one egg. And that one egg goes inside of your body. And it's not you are what you eat, it's you are what they ate. The hardest part about a caged egg is not only is it so bad for you, but it's probably the most prevalent egg in the United States of America. Up to 90% of all the eggs that you're going to see in the supermarket or wherever you buy your eggs is going to be the caged egg. I get it. It's bang for your buck. It's probably the cheapest egg you're going to buy, but it's cheap for a reason. It's not good quality. And so you guys have heard me talk a lot about 2 things that I highly recommend you don't be cheap with, and that is your food and your supplements. It's only a couple extra dollars probably for a dozen of healthier eggs that we're going to talk about next. The second one is actually the cage-free egg. So I said healthier, not much honestly. So that hen is kept in a 1 square foot cage inside a barn, again, never outside. Again, soy and corn and mostly GMO and things of that nature. So they might have a little bit more room to live, but honestly, when you think about it, it's still extremely inhumane and it's still giving that hen all of the bad stuff that then you will consume by eating a caged-free egg. The third one is the free-range egg. And so cage-free and free-range, here's where marketing gurus had a heyday. They found loopholes, they found whatever, so that they could market certain things. So it sounds amazing. Cage-free obviously sounds better than caged, I get it. Free-range sounds better than both of them. But with free-range, you're really still, those hens are still confined in about a less than 2 square foot cage. Now, the difference is they are given the ability to go outside. That doesn't mean that they're going outside, but they are given the ability. With free range, this is where, yes, they might be treated more humanely and they're probably getting some better feed, but still, if they're not getting outside, they're not getting the natural nutrients that hens are supposed to consume on a daily basis. You think about a hen or a chicken in general, they should be out scavenging. They should be eating worms and bugs and insects and other things that they find in the earth. And so it's great if they go outside and get that stuff, but if they just have like this small open door and they don't actually utilize it, they're gonna have to get their feed from somewhere, and that's where they're going to get that usually GMO-based feed again. Finally, the last egg. The one you've been waiting for, the holy grail, I guess if you could say so, of eggs is the pasture-raised egg and pasture-raised hen. By definition, to be called pasture-raised, each hen has to be given 108 square feet, not inches, not a 1 foot, 108 square feet. So what essentially happens is from sun up to sundown, those hens are put outside. They scavenge, they eat the worms and the bugs and the insects and the things that give them health and nutrients and protein and the things that keep them healthy, which therefore will keep you healthy. They're also not given any antibiotics or hormones. Now, you have to remember, they're still going to get some feed because Mother Nature is going to do what she does. So they might not be able to go out every day. So they still will get feed, but their feed will be more organic, non-GMO type of feed. And so that is by far the best egg that you can consume. You'll also notice that when you crack open a pasture-raised egg, compared to maybe one of the other three, that yolk is going to be bright yellow and vibrant. That's what you're looking for, because that is nutrition right there in one small jam-packed egg. And so that is kind of where you want to be moving toward. I actually have something right here that will hopefully kind of blow your mind and get you mentally saying, okay, I'm going to spend a little bit of extra money to get more bang for my buck when it comes to the eggs, because pasture raised, this is a study done back in 2003 at Penn State University. They showed that pasture raised eggs have up to 2 to 3 times more omega-3s in those eggs than the other ones we discussed. 3 times more vitamin D, which yes, that is your sun vitamin. That's the best way to get it, but egg is probably another great resource, or one of the most common. And then up to 4 times more vitamin E in each pasture-raised egg than the other eggs. So again, if you want to actually save money, you want to spend money to get a great quality food source. The last thing that I would highly recommend that you look at on the box, other than pasture-raised, organic, non-GMO, is going to be certified humane. And so for these farms to get that stamp of approval for certified humane, they have to go through some rigorous protocols and inspections on a yearly, if not more, basis. Again, those hens and chickens have free range. They can go out and pasture every single day, but to get that stamp of approval, they have to really prove themselves. And so that's another one that you want to look at on the box. So now it comes down to, where do you get this unicorn of an egg? What is the best source? Honestly, my favorite would probably be going right to the source. Whether that's going to a farmer's market or befriending a local farm and just asking them, how do you raise your hens? What do you feed them? How long in the day, or how often during the day, are they out in the pasture? Are they getting the sunlight? Are they getting the bugs and the worms and the things that they know keep those hens healthy? That's probably the easiest one. Now, I will recommend that eggs at a farmer's market are probably the first thing to go. Farmers markets tend to open early and eggs go fast because they only have so much. And so you want to keep that in mind. But seriously, start to just ask the farmer, what do you recommend and where did you get this? The second one is actually a farm that's called Vital Farms. They are great. They are one of the top tier farms. They do distribute nationwide, and you can find them at most grocery stores that you go to now. Pasture raised, organic, non-GMO. It is a quality egg. And finally, if you want to nerd out even more, like I tend to do, I want you to check out the Cornucopia Institute. So essentially what they do is they've created a scorecard for eggs. It's actually pretty enlightening, and it's pretty scary to see some of the eggs and some of the brands that you may have thought have been high quality, great for so many years, they actually rank pretty low on the scorecard. So right there, you have the website for that Cornucopia Institute. Feel free to get on there and do your due diligence, especially if you don't have access to farmers markets or you're not finding Vital Farms eggs in your community. You can get on there and find out what's the next best egg for you and your family to consume, because they are jam-packed. It's like a little ball of gold for you guys. Let's be honest, health can be confusing and sometimes scary. So make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and you follow us on our Instagram page and our YouTube page so that you are getting up-to-date tips, tricks, and hacks to simplify your health. We'll see you next week, guys.